Greek Orthodox Church, Dormition of the Virgin Mary of the Hamptons, hosted a book signing event for the first Greek-American woman ambassador of the United States, Eleni Kounalakis.
So this book is called Madam Ambassador, 3 Years of Diplomacy, Dinner Parties, and Democracy in Budapest. I'm so honored and happy to be here with Father Alex Carloutos and Presbyteric Xanthi to be part of this lecture series that you have here in Southampton. It's so beautiful. Father Alex was driving me around a little this afternoon, and of course he gave me a tour of the church, and it's just beautiful and a beautiful community.
Well, tonight's event is really extraordinary. We have Ambassador Eleni Kounalakis Tsakopoulos. She was the first woman ambassador of Greek heritage, and she went to the great country of Hungary. She's an outstanding diplomat. She played a very pivotal role in the election of the 2016. Of course, she's a strong supporter of Hillary, and she has been a friend of mine for many years.
Well, we have this peculiarity to the system of the U.S. Foreign Service, where most of our ambassadors are career Foreign Service officers that make their way up through the ranks. But we also have these slots that are allocated to people from the outside of the State Department to come in and serve. And I was very honored and privileged to be an American ambassador, and I had to look to the things that I could bring to the experience as I worked to lead Embassy Budapest as effectively as I could.
I'm so happy to see a woman, establish herself to this degree. It's wonderful. It's wonderful, that a lady is promoting has risen to this degree of recognition. It's wonderful.
I'd like to invite our dear lady ambassador to the podium to tell us about this very interesting book and her fascinating journey as the first lady Greek-American ambassador for the United States.
Bringing democracy to the world is a slow, painstaking process, and not one that can be forced upon nations. But America, despite all her faults and folly, all of her tragic mistakes, is still the largest force for the advancement of freedom and democracy, the most powerful force for good that exists in the world.
I was happy to introduce the Johnny's Family Foundation lecturer tonight, Ambassador Tsakopoulos, and we're very proud to have here in our parish the first lady woman Greek ambassador to the United States. And as I always tell people, as Greek Americans, είμαστε ελληνικά κόκαλα σε ξένη χώρα, and we're very proud of our country always, and we always go through ups and downs, but Greece will always come through.
It was very inspirational for women and for children and for the young women to learn, about what Eleni, the ambassador, does and how she got where she was. And it was the hard work that she did, to get where she was.
Well, it was a very difficult country. 20 years ago, it was 25 years ago behind the Iron Curtain. So a lot changed, and there were some extraordinary leaps forward with their transition to democracy after the end of the Cold War and the collapse of the Soviet Union and the Warsaw Pact. But there's still a lot of things that they don't, that you have in a mature democracy, but you still have to work toward in a democracy that's really only 25 years old. 1 year into my ambassadorship, I was more convinced than ever that there was indeed a battle between good and evil that raged in the world. I didn't think of this blessing strictly in religious terms. My years of work promoting interfaith understanding had made me respectful and embracing of all the world's religions. To me, it was about the rule of law, democracy, and freedom.
Ambassador Eleni Kounalakis shared her experience with the Greek-American audience in her book, Madam Ambassador, 3 Years of Diplomacy, Dinner Parties, and Democracy in Budapest.